Hello students, hello friends. So I am here today to discuss one of the question from GATE 2024 examination. This question is basically from optics part, and if you talk about the sub-optics, this is from the polarization. Alright, in the polarization there is a very famous article or the topic which we study that is called the Brewster's law. Okay, so basically this question is based on the Brewster's law concept. In this question there is a statement: an unpolarized plane electromagnetic wave in a dielectric medium 1 is incident on a plane of interface that separates medium 1 and another dielectric medium 2. कह रहा है एक अनपोलराइज लाइट रे, मैंने इसका डायग्राम भी साथ ही साथ यहाँ पर बनाया हुआ है, आप देखिएगा. क्वेश्चन में कह रहा है एक अनपोलराइज लाइट रे है, दिस इज अ अनपोलराइज लाइट रे, ठीक है, जो कि मीडियम 1 में है, ठीक है, एंड इंसिडेंट ऑन अ प्लेन ऑफ इंटरफेस, एंड दिस इज इंसिडेंटिंग ऑन द प्लेन ऑफ इंटरफेस which is separated the two media 1 and 2. So this is the medium number 1 which has refractive index n1, and this is the medium 2 which has refractive index n2. Alright, which is n2 is greater than n1 because we know that this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. मैं इसको यहाँ पर मेंशन भी कर देता हूँ that n2 is greater than n1. Alright. Now, if the angle of incidence is tan inverse minus n2 over n1, this statement, if the angle of incidence is tan inverse n2 by n1, this is the statement of Brewster's law. ठीक है, ब्रूस्टर का ये कहना है that is the tan of IP. What is IP? IP is the angle of incidence. So tan of IP, this should be equal to the ratio of the refractive index to the denser medium to the rarer medium. That is, tan IP should be equal to n2 by n1. ठीक है. Now, but question एक्चुअल में यहां से नहीं है, क्वेश्चन कुछ और पूछ रहा है, थोड़ा कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन है, इजी है बट थोड़ा सा कॉन्सेप्चुअल है. which one of the following statement is true? They are asking the reflected wave is unpolarized. इनका ये कहना है, let's suppose this is a incident light ray, this is a reflected light ray and this is a refracted light ray. ओके, पहले मैं आपको इसका कॉन्सेप्ट बता देता हूं, ठीक है. फर्स्ट आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. सो व्हाट हैपेंस हियर, देयर इज अ अनपोलराइज्ड लाइट इंसिडेंट ऑन द इंटरफेस, द सम पोर्शन गेट रिफ्लेक्टेड एंड सम पोर्शन ऑफ लाइट गेट रिफ्रैक्टेड, ठीक है, और इसको ट्रांसमिटेड भी बोल सकते हो आप. द इंसिडेंट लाइट रे इज अनपोलराइज्ड, द इंसिडेंट लाइट रे इज अनपोलराइज्ड एंड द रिफ्लेक्टेड लाइट रे इज द plane polarized light. ठीक है ना, the incident light ray is unpolarized and the reflected ray is plane polarized. ये होता है. अच्छा, and the transmitted light is partially polarized. This is a concept from the Brewster that if a wave, electromagnetic wave incident on the interface, then the reflected ray will be the plane polarized and the refracted ray will be the partially polarized. ठीक है, यहां तक तो बात ठीक. Now they are saying on the option the reflected wave is unpolarized. So whether the reflected wave is unpolarized? No, this is a plane polarized light. This is a plane polarized light. So option A cannot be correct. मैं फिर option D को एक बार देख लेता हूं. There is no transmitted wave, but there is a transmitted wave. There is a transmitted wave, so option D is also not correct. Now look at the option number B and C. Option B is saying the reflected wave is polarized parallel to the plane of incidence, and the option C is saying reflected wave is polarized perpendicular to the plane of incidence. Now look at this. This is unpolarized light, this is a plane polarized light. This is a green dot, this green solid dot representing the perpendicular component of the electric field, and this blue line is representing the parallel component of the electric field. All right. After incidenting on the interface, when the ray gets reflected, then only perpendicular component remains. There is no parallel component, only perpendicular component remains, and the rest of the light becomes transmitted or the refracted. So this component, the reflected ray, consists the component of the, basically such component of the electric field which is perpendicular to the plane of incidence. Okay, so this green solid dot representing the component of the electric field which is perpendicular to the plane of incidence. All right. So it is clear from the figure also that the reflected ray is plane polarized and having the perpendicular to the plane of incident. Okay, so there is no parallel component, only there is a perpendicular component. So option C is correct, that the reflected wave is polarized. Yes, it is polarized and perpendicular to the plane of incident. So from this logic, option C is correct one. Okay, so this is a question from the optics part. All right, I hope you have understand this. Thank you.